I knew what to expect, man. My first day, you know what, dude? My very first tryout was UE.
Okay.
UE. I'll tell you a story.
University of the East. Okay.
I'll tell you a story.
Sure.
I'll tell you a story. Right? I don't know if kids watching this. I don't know if this is a good example. Just to tell you guys, just give you guys an idea of what type of basketball it was back then. This was like early 2000s. You know, we talk about Philippine basketball early 80s and 90s, how rough it was. It was still rough the early 2000s. So I remember my very first tryout, and you know, syempre ako, I was wearing baggy pants dati, baggy pants pa eh, and it was N1. I was like, Kobe was my idol. I was wearing my Nike Huaraches, and I was bald head like Kobe. And you know, I was English speaking, right? Not medyo. I was really cocky. It was like Kobe. I was like, I'm ready for it.
In Filipino, it's the angas.
Yeah, angas,
yes,
right?
It's the angas.
Right? So I go into UE. I forget his name. Jurel something. I forgot his name. Jurel something. I forgot his last name. There was a drill. It was a rebound drill. So you tatapon ng coach yung bola sa rim, and then you have to box out.
Yeah.
Right, and it's so competitive. So we kept doing that. I rebound the ball 3 times in a row. So I was like, the coach says, all right, first person to get, I believe it was like 3 or 4 or 5 rebounds, that team wins.
Yeah.
Offensive rebound. So tapo ng coach. For me, I was like, I don't care. I'm trying out. I want to make the team.
Yeah.
So I got 3 offensive rebounds right like that on the spot, right? So we won. So the other team, you know, they ran back, they ran suicides. So the drill went again. So kami ulit kasi we won it.
Yeah.
So the coach said, okay, the same thing, boom, 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 boom. And then
3 rebounds.
Jarrell came in. When the coach threw the ball, I'm looking for the body. Naghahanap ako ng katawan. I was looking for a body.
Yeah.
But what Jarrell did is he took a step back. He took like 5 steps back. When the shot went up, sinuntok ako sa ulo, boom, punched me in the back of the head. And I fell and I was like, boom, punched me in the back of the head. And when I got up, I was ready to fight. I'm like, yo, what the, just ready to fight. And when I got up and I was ready to fight, all of them were laughing at me. So for me, all of them were laughing at me, and I was like, whoa. And I was like, shit.
You get punched.
I'm like, oh damn.
Natural reaction. You punch back.
You punch back, right? So for me, it was like I was so mad. But then after seeing them laugh, I was like, oh shit, I'm in a whole different world out here.
You started enjoying it.
This is it.
Yeah.
So after I didn't finish the practice because I was so mad.
Yeah.
So I got up, I grabbed my bag, right? And Dindo Pomarin was the coach.
Coach Dindo.
Was Pomarin. And he yelled at Jarrell, swearing at him, what are you doing? And then I got up, I got my bags, and I left the gym. My dad's like, when we got in the car, my dad looked at me. He's like,
oh, he was there.
Oh, he was there. My whole family was there. My brother, my mom, my dad. We were watching because Dindo and my dad are friends.
Yeah.
So I got up and Dindo came up and he's like, Rick, sorry, gonna.
Yeah.
My dad's like, no, it's fine. That's Philippine basketball. He needs to learn. Right? That's what my dad said. And for me, I was like, man, you're supposed to be back me.
Yeah.
So we got in the car.
My dad here.
So I got in the car and I'm pissed. I'm like talking bad. I'm talking. I'm like, that's not right. Blah blah blah. This is not basketball.
Yeah.
My dad looked at me. He said, if you want to play out here, people here are not going to adjust to you. You have to adjust to them. And that was like, boom. So you mean to tell me I'm allowed to do this?
Well, in one way, it was your welcome.
It was my welcome.
Philippine basketball
moment. In one way, it was for me. It was like, okay, this is it. Like this is
what you were looking for.
This is what I was looking for. That type of competition. You know, my type of mindset is like, if we're ready to go up to death, let's go. Yeah. So fast forward 5 years.
Yeah.
So fast forward 5 years. So we play UE.
Okay. So
Phil Oil.
Okay. Preseason.
Phil Oil.
Yeah.
So that time, I was trying out pa.
Okay.
Tryout pa ako sa UE. Wala pa ako sa Mapua.
Oh yes, yeah.
So I haven't actually officially signed with Mapua. So they had no idea who I was. They didn't know who Kelvin de la Peña was. Rookie of the year. Fast forward 4 or 5 years. I've already won awards. I've already, PBL, I've proven myself and MVP and stuff. So, kilala na ako sa Pilipinas.
You had the name, Kelvin de la Peña.
Yeah. So,
and then you go against UE?
I go against UE, man.
Okay. Was the guy still there?
The guy's still there.
Okay. I want to hear this.
Yeah.
What happened that game?
That guy is still there. So, his teammates, Marcy Arellano,
okay, I know
Ernst Agindel, all the UE guys were my good friends because in most of those guys
playing the PBL,
mga good friends ko na, naging mga Bisaya, exam Bisaya. So we became all friends. Ern and I were me and Ern. So this guy steals the ball in half court. He stole the ball in half court, man.
Okay. Sorry, I just.
Yeah, I know. It's replaying in my head. So he steals the ball in half court, and I run back, and I was gonna go for a charge. I run back, gets the ball, tuloy. I stood in front of him, and I was gonna go for a charge.
Yeah, like this.
I was gonna go for a charge. And then something in my instinct told me, this is the guy that gave you the first hit.
Welcome to the
Philippines. So when he went, when he went up for a shot layup, I punched him right in the jaw. Boom! I punched him right in the jaw. Boom! And he fell backwards. And when he fell backwards, nobody in the gym, everyone was like, nobody was like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
But for me, it was like, I kept tabs.
You were counting.
I was counting tabs, right? So when I hit him, he fell on the floor, and I looked at him. I'm like, "Do you remember that time that you first gave me?"
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Kept quiet. I looked at the bench, and all his teammates were laughing because they were
full circle.
Because they were there.
Yeah,
they were there.
They saw everything.
Nung sinuntok ako on the first day. Rob Labagala. Ernst Agindel, Marcy Arellano. Paulie
was also there.
So they were all laughing on the bench, and then Jarrell was just on the floor, like going like this. But
did he fight back?
No, because I was already at that time. You
were Kelvin.
I was Kelvin. No one was gonna touch me.
Yeah.
No one was gonna touch me.
What happened to you? Did you get ejected?
No. They were so surprised.
You did get ejected?
This was early 2000. You're allowed to do this. You were allowed to do this. You were allowed to. I wish they had the recording. I looked at my Papua bench. My coach was Leo Isaac and Monch Gavieres, and looked at him. Monch looked at me. He's like, that was personal. And that was personal. I'm like, it is personal. So after the game, I explained to Coach Monch, and he's like, good. It's good that
Well, because at that time,
again, for the kids, this is just an example of what I went through. This was my.
That's why he can say basketball here is soft.
This was my.
What happened there was not soft at all.
This was my time. Yeah. This is my time. This was early, this was 2005, 2000. So most of you kids weren't even born yet.
And this was in the Philippines.
This is in the Philippines, right? So,
I mean that gave so much context.
And for me, my confidence, right? Like that boosted my confidence that when I did that, it was like a validation that I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay, and whatever you guys do, it ain't gonna faze me.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, that was a long story.
Oh no, it's great. I want to hear more, but we have to move on to our next topic here.
Yeah.